Happy fucking Friday, everybody. How the fuck is everybody doing? Well, I'm back. Been gone for about a month, but here we are. We got 3 people watching already. Let us know who's already in so that way we can say hello to everybody who decided to join the good old Revan on Friday night with, you know, Mama D getting a little bit better. That is true. It's been a fun week in the entire Reverend's camp and the Mama D camp and this camp and that camp and all the other camp. Let's see here. We want to show that. We're going to run that ticker. And go there. President accounted for Gary. Hello, Gary. Thank you. I can smell again, which is a bonus. That is good. Thank you, Bill. Glad to be back with everybody. Finally feeling a little bit better because, as most of you probably saw on Facebook, what do you know it? The good old Reverend test positive for COVID this past Tuesday. So,
what do you have?
It has been a fucking blast. It is the first time. Yes, somebody that Shannon and Mr. Nash went to school with basically got dinner for us tonight.
I thought for a second because I need to put it on my end. No, it's not that I have headphones.
It's not in your headphones. Okay. So yeah, no, it was good. Alex is on. Hello, Alex. How are you, my son? Are you still looking to try and up your father one? Because as you can see now, Stephanie is here. As you well know, Alex, your father now has a TikTok, so you have to look for Fat Boy is sleeping on Mama's chair. Babe.
Yeah.
Fat Boy is sleeping on Mama's chair.
No.
Doing good. Well, at least you didn't catch the vid like the rest of us, which is really fucked up because of all these fucking times I've always been around fucking COVID. I never once fucking tested positive. I can say though, I actually don't know if I ever really had any symptoms or not. I mean, Monday, the 11th, I went to the doctor for a normal doctor's appointment. I got my flu shot. And later that night, I had a really shitty headache. And I'm like, okay, it's just a fucking flu shot. I came home, had a 99.4 fever. I'm like, it's just, this is all just from the flu shot. And Tuesday morning, we started getting all the phone calls. I'm like, all right, I'll test. And there it was. I'm like, okay, so. Other than that, that has been that week. This has been a week full of events. Hey, we didn't get COVID. We got a bacterial infection in our eye, both immediately. Yeah, that's no good. That's never a good thing to have a bacterial infection. I was actually going to come on with a mask tonight to protect everybody, but then again, remember, wait, we're already separated. So I have the one TikTok account that you have, but I put it on my story to push it out. Well, thank you. The whole thing with the thousand followers, it's just hard to believe how quick the TikTok actually just blew up overnight with how many followers that I picked up. I still don't get that one. And of course, tonight, not only as you can see across the bottom of the screen, we are scrolling the email address. As always, you can send me something and you can get it read on the air. You can bring up topics. You can stay anonymous. You can tell me to kiss your ass and we can have a discussion about that. And of course, as always, you can speak with the Reverend live tonight. So tonight we are going to try and push through as long as we can. Not feeling too bad just yet.
Waiting for little man.
Yep, we're waiting because we know at some point that phone is going to ring. And, I've been told that I kind of got to step my game up because somebody has decided to start watching the Tuesday night show and watch the sports. So the Reverend's got to step it up. So the Reverend is always ready for a good one. So, and there it is. So let's see. Is this who I think it could be? Hello? Are you there?
What's going on? What's going on? Hey, hold on. What's up with the phone? There we go. Hey,
Hey, what are you doing?
I was trying to show you he's watching Mr. Grinch.
He's watching Mr. Grinch. Which Mr. Grinch is it? Is it the original or is it the newer version?
Yeah.
The original cartoon?
Yeah.
See, now that's a good one. That one I like. I'm not crazy about the newer ones. You're being silly.
We've been silly all day. Good night.
Good night. Well, I'm glad I got to talk to you. It's been a while since I talked to you.
You want to hear your heart? He set the phone on his chest for you to hear his heart.
Okay, we're listening. That's a big heart. Yep, that's a very big heart.
All right, just like the Grinch.
Yep. What is that? Grew 3 sizes. Yeah. Okay.
We'll go back to watching the Grinch. Say, good night, Grim. Good night, Grim.
Good night, buddy. Sleep tight. Be a good boy.
Like bullshit at him. Sorry.
There you go.
Bullshit. Like that.
That's right. It's bullshit.
Bye.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye. So there you go. There is my one fan, and as my daughter Stephanie has said, my youngest fan. I don't know what she's doing, but my youngest fan may be watching right now, or she's listening. So yeah, it's been an interesting week all this week. Besides, for all of you that know what's going on, I sat here earlier tonight and really thought about, and then going, what do you want to all talk about? And I was going to turn around and go, my youngest fan is crying. Well, I usually cry when I hear Me Too. So, ooh, that one had taste. Yum. Tasted like blooming onion. So what do you want to talk about? We could talk about Maple Shade. Heard anything lately? Maybe we should stay away from that department. I said department. Man, I just keep getting ready to open the doors. So yes, if you've never had COVID, as long as you've had the shot and the boosters, I can honestly say I think that's what made a lot of things easier, because I really haven't been sick. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Maple Shade Department, LOL. That's all that is on Shade's site is the fire department. Definitely want to touch on mental health, which we will be. We can talk about how your daughter has been living next to a creep for the last 2 years. Yeah, I mean, we got quite a few stories we can hit. So, I mean, let's start out at the beginning of the week.
Johnny has a video of Sir Bortnick
Johnny,
from the Octane show.
We can start actually from last week because it's actually been a pretty busy month. You
I
figure
have to always ask.
17th was the last time that I think I did a full show. And I mean, it's been pretty busy since then. So,
Spoiled the wife.
yeah, we spoiled the wife. Well, that before that, let's see. Um, we didn't do a show the other week. Well, it's good that he's in the Eagles. I mean, I am not an Eagles fan.
Yeah,
What?
sports.
I am, then again, I am not a big sports person. But so we'll start, let's see here. So last week was the Octane show. It was 20-year anniversary. And me, Mama D, and Johnny and Shannon. Well, actually, before that, on the first, we finally got back into the apartment and we were able to recover things that we wanted to recover. And now we are, as far as I'm concerned with that complex, I mean, I want everybody out of there that I know to be safe, and that complex can fall off the
No.
face of the earth.
I don't need to work on
I don't need that complex anymore. I don't go back to.
All right, I can't run back up. I have to walk up.
Okay. I don't go there like I used to. Every time I came into town, I had to go and I had to go past the apartment. I no longer have that issue. So, I mean, we've recovered what we wanted to recover. Now we know what direction we're going next. We're going to get the stuff cleaned, and a lot of the stuff is going to be shipped to Texas to be made into either a stuffed animal or a quilt in remembrance from AJ and Hope. Let's see. Then the following Wednesday, we spoke with one of the firefighters who was actually in the fire that pulled AJ out or pulled Hope out. And it was a lot to process. And we learned a lot of things and we know exactly the situation and we know how things played out. And I don't know if that kind of, between that and going in, it kind of brought maybe a little bit more closure. I mean, I still can't say that, you know, I don't think about it and I don't what if, but, you know, more questions had been answered than what we actually knew. And then let's see. Yeah, I thought something wasn't right here. Yeah, we get some feedback too. That's why I'm getting feedback. As far as that goes, we still have not talked to him. The firefighter that we did talk to, he actually he has started like an outreach type thing because there's still a lot of firefighters that it messed up, a lot of first responders, and there's still people that still have not made it back to the job because of the situation. And next month's 8 months, and that's hard to believe already. So, you know, as I said, it's where we go with that. Um, we spoiled Shannon, of course. You know, everybody by now has seen the wife's hair. You know, we got that done, and you know that there, I will actually thank Trip like that hair. Good friend of mine, Greg Tripp, who is the guitarist for Octane. He turned around, he did that. He fit her in last Thursday, the night before the 20-year reunion. You know, it was really awesome. He spent 4 hours of his time getting it to where she needed to. There was a lot of dead and everything because of from the fire and everything. So it's, you know, we had to bring it a little shorter than she liked, but you know, got it colored and cut and, you know, all good to go. And, you know, she did for herself. Shannon for years has never done for herself. And even after the fire she's still not doing for herself. So, now she is doing for herself and, making getting herself to where she needs to be. And that's what she truly needs. And then we will move up to last Friday. I got a text message.
Everybody in. Let's go.
Okay.
All right,
we
what
will
did I
be
miss?
nothing yet. We will be joined in a couple minutes by my co-host Jackie. Jackie was running a little bit behind. Her daughter had like a holiday dance thing tonight. So I mean, I get it, and it's one thing that we've always said, family,
The volleyball.
the volleyball. Well, family is definitely something that is important, and that is something that I have always pushed and will always continue to push. But last Friday, as you know, there are some videos from the Octane 20-year reunion. And this was when, honestly, that yours truly, at that point in time, was just Grimm. It wasn't even Reverend. And I took on the name it's been about 20 years now that Grimm has fully been into an existence. And, it was a good time. It was definitely surprising. Saw a lot of people that I haven't seen, and I can't even remember how long. The last time I saw the band itself was about 9 years ago for my oldest son's 21st birthday at Tom and Jerry's. But like I said, saw people I haven't seen in a long time. I got to talk to all the guys. By the end of the night, I was up at the front of the stage, standing in front of one of the guitarists. He looked down, and just on his face, he goes, "Oh shit!" And when we were talking, he goes, "I didn't even think you were going to come." Talked to Boss, which is Brian Bortnick. I talked to him for a couple minutes. Greg, I saw on Thursday. I saw Joey Bass that I talk to still occasionally, but I haven't seen him in I don't know how many years since it's been since I saw Joe Bass. And Brian Quinn, who is a good friend. I sat and he's like, "I didn't think you were going to come." We talked and we shot the shit, and then I sat with Mr. Perellis, and I talked to Bobby, and Bobby's like, I am so sorry. And he's like, "I don't even know the words. I could tell you." And I'm like, "Look, I get it. It's not something that anybody has ever written a book on actually how to talk to somebody about loss in a family, let alone loss of children." And it was really awesome. Really a great time, great show. I told all of them, "Look, it's time to start again. You guys need to start putting something together and doing some new music." And I think we actually have a video from the concert. There's Brit. She's checking in. But I think Mr. Nast has a little piece of concert footage from the show. And this is Mr. Bortnick, and which I call, again, that is Boss. He was Boss during the time period I traveled with Octane. And this is his son. And it just says that, wow, 20 years has really gone by. And, it was really good. And go ahead, Johnny, run that. Some reason.
No time left to change.
don't know why it's jamming up.
I'm there to sweet brigade breeze.
It happens occasionally. I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe we'll go back to that, or we'll try a different one, or we'll try one of the live ones. I'm sure somewhere we can pull up something from one of the live ones. Well, Shannon, videos from Octane can be on my page if anyone would like to see.
I'm gonna try to tag it now.
And Shannon's going to try and tag some now. But you know what? We've had this before where it's been technical difficulties, and that is the part of the great thing of actually being live. You never know when something's going to take a shit on you. So let's see. And there's some on the show on the basement page as well. I thought the best thing about that night was somebody actually walked up to me when I was talking to Brian Bortnick, and they're like, "If you like, I can get a picture of you and Bortnick." And I turn around and I'm like, "That's really awesome of you, thank you." But I worked with these.
Your language because I did tag Fortnite.
Yeah, I worked with these guys for like 4 years, so you know, I've got the memories of things from on the road and things we did. And I mean, like Thursday night before the show, me and Greg traded so many war stories from back in the day. And it's just like unbelievable. Here we are 20 years later. And sometimes we didn't even think we were going to make it past 20 days you know. Oh, random funny. I hit 666 friends. I'm good now. Well, there you go. I mean, I want 666 friends. But then maybe I have to turn the friend count off. So I can't go any more than that. But that was you know, like I said, that show was really good. And if for any reason that there is you know, any shows coming, you will see that I will post, or Shannon, or Mr. Nast, or even Mama D will post that Octane show is coming, and it is definitely something that if you've never seen it, it's something that you definitely should go see. It was a really awesome time, and honestly, it was one of the next biggest things that would have been coming out of Philadelphia. Born and raised in Philly, and as Mr. Bortnick always says,
No, Jackie Bam Bam was there.
yeah, Jackie Bam Bam was there. But as Mr. Bortnick says always, please support local original music, which is absolutely true. Don't get me wrong that, you know, it's cool that you have these, you know, that you have these, you know, all these big bands and everybody like that. Like you got the Metallicas and you got this and this and this and this. And it's really cool. And, you know, some great music out there. And there's some music out there that I question myself. But, you know, it's, let's see if we can bring Jackie in. But, you know, Octane is an all original band. And as I said, their music is really, really awesome. You know, check them out. You can find it on Spotify. Look it up on YouTube. You know, it's Octane. I don't know if their original website's running anymore or not. The Red Queen is on. What are we doing with the Red Queen?
It's easier for me to listen and do comments from here than YouTube.
Octane is back. It's an amazing show. Octane is the music that saved me. Boss knows that. I told him, and he was floored that I even tried to do that 3 times. Octane touched a lot of people. It was a very, very big thing. It's big, a very big deal. And I mean, we did a lot of touring, a lot of different places, a lot of time on the road, and it was a family. It honestly was. It was. It wasn't just a group or a band or just people to hang out with and bars to go to. It was the Octane family, and some of us even Mama D has it. Mama D has the chemical breakdown on her from the When All Is Said and Done album. And on my one arm, I actually have chain links that are part of Octane's logo. And that is, that was just that time period. Can you give it or that's loaded? It's about that time for Grimm's COVID medications. So let me just tell you, COVID medication. Okay, my box has less in it. I don't want your medicine, even though it's the same exact crap. I want my own medicine. I should have one that's already partial. What is going on with you today? What is your malfunction? We're trying to get rid of 2 mascots. Is anybody interested in 2 mascots? It's really funny because if you actually stick the middle finger up at Freya, she barks at you.
Fuck you.
So, send her to Sissy. Give me the dum-dum. Mr. Nast will take Luna.
No.
I thought I already had one that was partly open.
Not that I found.
Okay, maybe I killed it. That. Yeah, okay, you're right. All right. When? Didn't that happen the other night?
And last night too. I feel like I'm dying and you still had to get your dick wet.
Okay, and?
Through the life, you just want your dick wet.
Look.
I apologize that I look like bloody fucking hell, but I do not have the energy to take a shower. Fuck you and the horse you rode it on.
So what Shannon is saying is that it's a good thing that we don't smell a computer.
Go fuck yourself.
If I could fuck myself, I wouldn't need that last night. Ew. What ew?
We're talking about stuff.
The problem is that wasn't the kids.
It wasn't.
Danielle.
Nothing like that. Okay. Talk about our sex life with the fucking doll.
Smelly computer. There is nothing better than trying to actually have sex and have an 85 to 90 pound nose go into areas that they should not. Like Shannon's had Freya's nose on her butt cheeks. The other night, I felt a nose right at the sack. And I'm going, what the fuck? Okay.
Mine done. You're done. You want no attorney, you want call Sarah?
Neither.
Okay.
So I want that light off. So now we've come up through Friday. Saturday, I have actually realized that I am too old for that concert shit because my ass was dragging the next day. Stephanie's about to throw up her dinner. Well, look at it this way. If you throw...
She did scratch and sniff.
Yeah, it's true, Steph. You did scratch and sniff. So, I don't want to hear about that. Look, somebody drooled on your bed and you were picking at it with your finger. Just remember that. So Saturday I was really fucking tired. Sunday, not bad. Monday we go to the doctor's. No, I didn't. Shut the fuck up. Yes, you did.
Cue the bullshit.
Cue the bullshit button. Um. So,
Bullshit.
there it is.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. So,
Bullshit.
I got the bullshit. So Monday, go to the doctors. Everything's good. Actually, don't get yelled at. I'm surprised. But about 8 o'clock at night, I started getting a really nasty headache. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to head home. We were at Shannon's parents. We were actually watching the question and answer with Testicle. And because of certain reasons, we were going to call this man Testicle. And some people know who Testicle is. And I went, okay, so we headed home. And then Tuesday morning, we got the phone call from Brit that Brit wasn't feeling too good and she had tested positive. I'm like, okay, I'm really not thinking about it too much. But then about an hour later, DD calls Shannon and goes, I tested positive for COVID. And at that point, I went, oh boy. So then I test and I'm like, oh, here we are. We're now at the part of being positive. I'm like, okay. So, like, all right, so we're positive. We're going to sit at home. And for most of you, now, as you had said, that you all know with Maple Shade, that Thursday night there was a vote. And the vote was to keep the firehouse open or to close the firehouse and have the state take over. Now, I have to go politically correct. But then again, who would I be if I would? Guess what? I'm one of those people that said the firehouse should be closed. And I have reasons behind it. And everybody said, let's be adults and let's take your personal feelings aside. And I've talked to a few people, and unfortunately, my family can't put their feelings aside because during the entire time, Testicle used the death of our children and the misfortune and tragedy of our family to further the firehouse and get a stepping stone to keep the firehouse open. And I'm not for that. And on top of this, my other problem is, besides this, that there has been proven things that has come about Maple Shade's fire department. And one of those things is that over the past year, they have scratched calls because they don't have the manpower or they're not able to go to it or whatever the reasons. Well, on May 7th of 2023, at 10:26, an alarm bell was sounded for an apartment complex fire
Are you trying to say
in Maple Shade, New Jersey. Now, Mount Laurel was the first one on scene. Now, for you people that know the area, generally know how far away Mount Laurel is, Cinnaminson, and Morristown. Maple Shade's fire department is 4 minutes from Fox Meadow. If they were on scene and got there and weren't playing the political bullshit, the outcome of AJ and Hope might be different. I can't say for sure that it would have changed, but if they were there when they should have been there, instead of the fire chief turning around and saying, nobody does anything until I get on scene, and then you're almost on scene a half an hour after everybody else, that cost critical time to Shannon and the kids. Hey, Jay, how are you? So, for me to take my personal feelings out of the firehouse for Maple Shade being closed down, I can't. And therefore, when asked, because now people ask us in public, well, what do you think? We saw them drive by earlier that day when we were outside. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. You know, as I said, and then on top of things, that here is the chief of Maple Shade taking credit that Shade is the one that got Shannon and the kids out. No, they didn't. And there is something, and most people don't know what it's called. It's called an Oprah report. And what the Oprah report is, it's the operations report between communications and all activities. And I've seen the Oprah report for the day of the fire, and I saw the Oprah report for the following day when it actually reignited, because the next day or so it reignited, and Maple Shade again was not the responding company. Exactly. And I mean, is it a shame? Yes, it is a shame. Now, that is my personal feeling. Here is the true looking at this. Okay, so in 21, what was that? In 2021, Maple Shades, that's right, Mount Laurel was the first one that came.
Do
In
you want
20,
to be on the show? Is that here? Somebody wants to say hi.
somebody wants to say hi.
Come here. Hey, Daddy. Come on.
No, no.
Luna, up. Luna, up. Come on. Come on. Now you want to be shot. Come on.
In 2021,
Come on.
the firehouse was shut
Over.
down for
What are you eating?
90 days. Okay. Well,
Who? That was fucking gross.
what was it?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Um,
The line of drool was about this big.
okay, well, that's drool. Okay, so
They're all being nudges.
there's a third one here,
No.
too.
No.
In 2021, the firehouse was shut down on a 90-day
You want a
suspension.
cookie?
Okay.
Cookie?
Obviously, there were issues in 2021. They opened them back up, and the first thing that the chief said was nothing got fixed. You're right. Nothing did get fixed because nothing was reorganized. The state does not come into your house and look at your house if your cards are in order. Okay? They come, they check, they make sure you're doing things you're supposed to be doing. They check your certs, this, that, and everything else. But other than that, they do not look at closing you down if your shit is in order. And that is the thing. Maple Shade had the past 3 years to work with Township on solutions. And over these past 3 years, they've refused to work with the Township. So, so here it comes that it's, what do? You have somebody that's not working with somebody. You're trying to make the best solutions you can, but they don't want to give and they don't want to work with
Did they
you.
ever have a plan?
You were supposed to do it on the 11th, so I don't know if you did. So, the other thing is, the residents of Maple Shade are worried that they are not going to have a fire company. As of right now, that is not true. You have different companies are going to cover Maple Shade just as they did during the time of the 90-day suspension. Hey, Morgan. Look, do they honestly need to shut down the fire department? No, but does it need a restructure? Absolutely. One of the things that Testicle did say is that in firehouses throughout this country, whether you are paid or whether you are not paid and you're volunteer, every house has its problem. I will agree with that 100%. But you sit down and you talk to the discussion to get this problem fixed. You don't scratch fires. You don't push the buck. You don't blame town council for, a company. Look, town council's not the one that's supposed to show up, but you're going to turn around and blame town council that these children are dead because your response time are poor. Well, that's not town council. That's the person behind the shield. I didn't hear something about they're hiring 2 full-time and 2 part-time, hoping people will want to volunteer again.
They're also doing incentives.
That's what they're talking about. 2 full-time positions would mean that somebody is in the house. Look, in a volunteer fire department, that is exactly what it says. You took an oath to help as your civil service, but it does not necessarily mean that you are going to pick up your job from your job and leave and go to a fire. Trust me, I know all about that. Well, Station 8 has a board of trustees. So here's your things, and I know some of you here are from Shade, live in Shade, and I understand. Okay, but as being
Really?
a smoke eater myself, yeah, I'm not sure, Jackie.
For a little bit.
Johnny, can you see if you can work on maybe what's going on with Jackie?
We're trying to
Recent?
figure it out.
Okay.
We've been working.
All right. Thank you. We're working on it, Jackie. Well, Shannon and Johnny are. Don't worry about it. I got you.
StreamYard's not loading. It's free.
Stream. That's the same thing. We played the video and it got choppy on us. I'm wondering if StreamYard might be having problems tonight.
Hopefully that'll keep it all.
As I said, I know a lot of people are really worried about the situation, but sorry, the COVID medication makes you extremely thirsty. Pops is a life member, been around the house all my life. Right. And I had family members in it. Okay, so here's the situation. Granted, you have pros and cons to a state coming in. Okay, so your biggest con is, granted, your taxes are going to go up. But you know what? To make progress, it costs money. That's how it is. Here are the pros of having a state-run fire department. A state-run fire department, you will have enough members 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, holidays, weekends, you name it. There will be enough people on the first crew and the second crew, and some stations even run a third crew, where there will always somebody be in that firehouse that there will be enough people to send those trucks out to do their job. 2, with the state coming in, all outdated apparatuses will be done away with. They will do away with them. They will get rid of them. They will bring in the new technology, the better advancement, which in the long run is going to be safer for the township in the long run. I mean, if not, you'll hear county dispatch asking for a response check. That's true.
Right.
It's usually locked up. The other thing is that
You're not being big. Luna, come on.
getting rid of dogs.
No. Luna, here. Right. You're gonna eat yours in the crate.
Or is eating hers in the crate. The other big thing is that, you know, you're going to have those people there. They're not going to be scratching a call. Are they going to do better? Are they going to do better than a volunteer because they're being paid? No, it doesn't. It's not like that. It's that, again, Fox Meadow is 4 minutes from Maple Shades Firehouse. There's no reason why you should not have been there.
Now, mind you, to be fair to this is your opinion.
Oh, this is my opinion.
I
But
know, but for other reasons, you need to make sure that this is well known.
other reasons I need to make sure this is well known. Well, I'm making it well known that this is my opinion and that this is how it should have been. Hey, I see you, Jackie.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, of course.
All right, so we got it going.
You haven't really missed much. I kind of been bringing up about the whole past month and everything, and then I decided to talk about, Maple Shade's decision last night to shut down the firehouse.
Oh yeah,
And
that was a big thing going around Maple Shade
My
yesterday and
personal-
today.
my personal opinion on it, which is my opinion, and like, oh, that don't sound good at all. You sound like me.
He's always coughing, and it's gonna get worse because now he wants to smoke. So y'all hear a lot of coughing in the background. Apologies.
No, don't worry about it. Don't trust me. But oh, Mr. Bill says, "Welcome back, Jackie."
Hello.
Damon says, "Make them cry." Freya keeps taking Luna's stuffed penguin. Yes, so that's been the. And as I said, it's my personal opinion and feeling that, the firehouse got shut down. And unfortunately, I'm one of the people that would vote for it again to be shut down. And it's, as everybody said, take your personal feelings aside. I can't. Unfortunately, this is very personal for our family. He never came and knocked on the door, but they were a while when I went to get me and Britt Gatorade and soup. Well, supposedly they're going to be walking through Fox Meadow tomorrow because there has been some comments made that the main reason the firehouse is gone is it's Fox Meadow's fault because Fox Meadow holds one of the biggest stakes in the voting in Township Council. So, bless you. But it's Fox Meadow. This is what it comes back to. If you look up on the pages, it's Fox Meadow's fault that the firehouse is closed. But then you had people on there actually asking, well, with the firehouse being closed, something or other, why don't you ask the families of Fox Meadow how that worked out for them? Like I said, you all fired.
So why are they blaming Fox Meadow though?
Well, the thing is, since day one of the firehouse being talked about, people in the firehouse were using my family and the death of my children as a stepping stone to keep open the firehouse. I don't appreciate that.
Right.
And then I find it absolutely horrendous that you're 4 minutes away from Fox Meadow, but you're the last company on scene.
Were they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then we will bring this up because I'm sure the EMS company will be looked at next. Some of you in here know where Shannon's mom's house is. Some of you don't. Shannon's mom's house. So Shannon's mom, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday, she went over. She got COVID and she ended up dropping out in the kitchen and hitting the floor.
Wow.
Okay. So it took, she called the ambulance company. It was Maple Shade Ambulance Company. It took 45 minutes for the company to get there.
Yeah, Maple Shade does take forever.
You want the worst part? So it took Maple Shade 45 minutes to get to Shannon's mom. Shannon's mother's house is only a block and a half away from the fire department.
Yeah, literally right down the street.
Yeah, 45 minutes.
That's nuts. Sorry, hold on. I have to turn this phone off.
And then there's, guess they were the last ones out of 7 stations that came. Yep, that is correct. And it's really just, it's something else. So, you know, there's our little lesson on, we won't call that politics, but we will call it a lesson on companies open their mouth. And there are other reasons. And if you go, anybody that is interested, Shannon, it is not nice to be mean to dogs who are disabled. Wow. It's just not nice. So, I mean, anybody
Hold
that.
on. Hold on.
Hold on. What am I holding on for?
Listen, just because Freya is special needs, that does not give her the right to beat up on her sister.
Oh, what's my Freya doing?
They have busy bones because they're both being psycho today. And Freya keeps stealing Luna's. So Luna can never have anything because Freya takes it all the time. So Freya is in the crate so Luna can enjoy her bone in peace.
I had to mute because I hear you at my getting an echo because you're right behind me.
I'm muting my phone.
Yeah. So it's, you know, it's that's been that. Other than that, it's been a week of COVID. And I will tell you what, it is boring.
You did test positive.
Yes, it did. I tested positive Tuesday morning.
You look good for testing positive.
Thank you. I'm, like I said, Alan likes nicknames. Freya's nickname is Brain Cell. I thought her nickname was Blockhead. No, I mean, Shannon, she finally got her fever the other day. She had spiked 102. I never got the high fever. I never really got the chills.
Were you guys vaccinated?
Yes, I have 5 of the vaccinations. I don't have the newest one, which also, when I was looking up, which is really fucked up. So when I looked up on Siri, they gave me a bunch of different versions of COVID. And there's one that said COVID NPR, Nancy Paul Rice. And
Different strains of it, right?
yeah, but me and Damon are looking at each other last night and we're like, what's NPR? And we turn around and go, not my problem, retard. And I'm like, there you go. So, you know, it was one of those things. But there are so many strains of it anymore that, you know, you figure by now they would have found a way to kill this bug. But I can't. Like I said, Monday I had my headache. Tuesday was probably my worst headache day. But when I started taking the Paxlovid, which is the COVID medication, the first dose I took, I actually felt probably a little worse.
So now they have COVID medication?
Yeah, it's made by Pfizer. It's Paxlovid. It's like 400 milligrams twice a day. But the problem is, I've already gone through a case of water like nothing because you become very, very thirsty with the medication. Yeah, Shannon's gone through 2 of these big things already.
Jesus.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, see, I'm not vaccinated. And I know when I caught it the very first time when it came out, like, what, 2 years ago, I felt like I got hit by a truck. And then my dad came up during the summertime and we went down Wildwood, and he ended up catching it down Wildwood, and he was staying with me, and the whole family caught it. And it wasn't too bad the second time around, but the first time around was horrible.
When we were in the oldie apartment, Hope, AJ, and Brandon had caught it. Me and Shannon both tested negative. But I was like, we're in the same house. We're carrying it. And then later in August, Shannon caught it. And this was still when we were in the apartment, probably the year before the fire. And nobody else in the apartment, they all tested negative. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I still have it because, I'm sleeping next to you at night. Sometimes you're facing each other. So when you breathe out, you're breathing in what other people are breathing out. And then I was like, okay. And then this time around, I actually tested positive, but Shannon took 3 tests and all 3 rapid tests came up negative. But the PCR test at the doctor's is the one that actually said she had it.
Did she have any symptoms?
Other than she started getting, like some back pain, headache, shit like that. But I mean, other than that, thankfully, the symptoms have really not been that bad.
Yeah, that's good.
And supposedly it's Monday is my last day of quarantine, as long as, I'm not taking any medications and I don't have any fevers, which I only had the fever the one day.
And due to it being wintertime now, everything's going to start spiking up and everybody's going to start getting sick because of the weather and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a couple strains of the flu going around. There's RSV, there's COVID. And the thing is, everybody gets together during the holidays and, it just spreads like wildfire. And if you actually go on to the COVID website and you look, there is the numbers. And I mean, it still shows you the numbers of people infected. It shows you the people that are treated. It shows you how many people have received at least 1 dose of the vaccine. And it shows you how many deaths there have been recently. And I think earlier today when I looked, there have been already this year 8,000 deaths in New Jersey alone from COVID. And
when did it come out? It came out like 2 years ago, right? It started coming out, or that's when they released it, I guess, to everybody 2 years ago.
Yeah, about 2, almost 3 years ago was really the high point of the pandemic. And I mean, unfortunately, 2020, Johnny said. So yeah, about 3 years ago. So I mean, it's, this is something that we're going to have to live with. But I said back before this really became a full-blown pandemic, it's going to come to where everybody will at least have caught it once.
Yeah.
And now Amber's saying 2019. I think hey Ron, how are you doing, sir? I mean, it's, it's unfortunate, but this is the days and times that we live in, that, there are diseases and things like that. But COVID-19, that's the year it came to the U.S. End of 18, it was in China. Yeah, because what was that? It was like March that they started pulling the kids out of school. Mm-hmm. And they had them at home doing homeschooling. And then they did the homeschooling the rest of the year. And then the following year was all virtual. And then the year after that, they fought me because they were no longer going to do virtual. And I'm like, I'm not sending the kids back to school. So, but I mean, it's, it's definitely it's fun. What can I say? I do feel bad because I believe that 100%. I got my mother-in-law sick with COVID, and she ended up in the hospital. And it's not something that I would intentionally do, but I wish I knew that was a symptom, or
we got to send Johnny Papa Smurf.
we got to send Johnny Papa Smurf. I believe Amber is right with 2019 because I remember being in California when they flew home 50 U.S. citizens. Wow.
It's like Mom said. Mom knows you didn't get her sick again.
15 minutes from where my sister was living at the time. The city for sure. Yeah, no, like Shannon's mom said, she knows that I didn't intentionally get her sick. And I try and still find the timeline back because it's days, it actually is, it's it's dormant in your system. Oops, I made a mistake. December 19th is when it came to the US. Earlier that year it was in China. April 2020 was when everything shut down because May 2020 is when having a baby was not exactly fun. Yeah, no, like I said, it was like right around March that the kids were home for school, and they were home. So it's been fun, but it could be worse. I'll just be glad when I'm done my medication.
Yeah.
But
Does it make you sleepy?
Not really, but it feels like I've actually been to the beach and that I've been eating sand. Like just mouthfuls of sand, just because it's like I can't get enough fluids after I take the pill. What, babe?
Johnny's got pictures up.
Yes, I see Johnny's got pictures up. Well, that's okay. You're going to get to come sit with Jackie for a second because I'm going to go rush and take my break. Hold on. Shannon coming over.
Okay.
Musical chairs.
Whatever you do.
A bullshit.
Those, because otherwise your eardrums are going to break.
Hey, love bug.
Why is it so loud?
It's not.
Yes, it is. Jesus, Mother of God.
Don't get too close to that microphone.
I'm not trying to get too close. Fuck Batman, it's fucking loud.
It is not.
What, in your ears through the headset?
Yeah, it's like echoing really, really bad. Oh, hon, you gotta open a new pack, by the way. Oops. They're out here on the counter.
Yeah, I know. Move.
Lulu doesn't want to move. Lulu wants to be a pain in the butt. Hello, Bill. Morphin dry mouth. Oh yeah, the fucking dry mouth for this shit is horrible. Like Paxlovid is it works. Like the symptoms are mellowing out, but it's still just fucking horrible.
And you got to take it for 5 days.
Yeah, we gotta take it for 5 days.
You guys are feeling better though, right?
Yeah, today I feel better. Yesterday was fucking horrible. I spiked 103 and my head felt like it was going to explode. The pain was all on the left side. My lower back was bothering me. The pain was shooting into my legs to the point I couldn't even walk the dogs. Damn. So I had to take one of them at a time. Because you normally during the day I'll take them both together because they usually walk really well together. But I had to do one at a time, and it got to the point that I actually put a keypad behind the front door just because it was so painful for me to walk. I was so tired, and I had messaged my doctor going, is there anything else that I can take, with this Paxlovid because, my head hurts, my body hurts, and I'm coughing. And finally they messaged me today and they're like, yeah, you can alternate between Tylenol and Motrin and you can take the cough syrup. All right, so I'm going to have Johnny bring up these pictures. So the first picture John, if you could do the first one and then I'll explain it. Okay. So that is my dad sitting with my mom at Lady of Lourdes. Now, the joke behind this is when I was in the hospital after the fire for the first 2 weeks while I was on life support, in order to come see me, you had to wear a yellow gown. And in my family, everybody called it the Minion suit because it was a bright yellow suit, just like my dad's wearing. Well, now, while my dad's visiting my mom, he has to wear a blue one. So we've been calling him Papa Smurf. So my mom caught this picture today. And then the second picture is my mom edited it. So we have Smurf claws.
Oh.
So yeah, dad is sitting with mom at Our Lady of Lourdes. As Grimm had mentioned, she collapsed. They don't think it was the heart issue that caused her to collapse. They think she was just dehydrated. Mom does have COVID, but my mom also has heart issues. She has fluid around her heart. And today she went into AFib and they had to shock her. Luna, why? Why are you being so far up my butt tonight, kid?
Now is all this from, you think, the COVID, or do you think that it could be other things, not the COVID
Mom's
itself?
had heart issues previously. Mom's had heart issues for years. My mom has, can't even pronounce what the hell she has with her heart. She also has a muscular disease. My mom's got a slew of health issues. So when she gets sick, everything just intensifies for her. So, bless you. So yeah, that was just the family joke about my dad being Papa Smurf. So, but that is that.
Did they say how long they're going to keep her?
We were hoping she was going to come home today, but then when I talked to her later this afternoon, she told me she went into AFib. So I'm hoping they'll let her come home tomorrow. I mean, She's got a pacemaker. She's got a defibrillator already in. So it's just, a matter of them giving her fluids and everything like that. She wants to sleep in her own bed. I get it. Hospital beds suck.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Trust me, that was I don't remember anything from when I was on life support. I remember the days afterwards and me bitching and moaning because I was so uncomfortable. I mean, the day I got released on the 19th. They told me the 18th. They told me that night, if I can go the whole night without any of the oxygen sensors or anything going off, that I would go home. 7 a.m. on the 19th, I am sitting on the end of the bed at shift change going, all right, let's go. I'm done. Let's go. The doctor walks in. He goes, well, I said, look at the chart. I made it through the night. We did have a problem, but it was with the O2 sensor that they tape on you.
Yeah.
Falling off. There was nothing anybody could do about that. So finally, it got to the point where it was late enough for me to call Alan. I was like, all right, let's go. Come get me. I'm ready to come home. Well, we came back to the apartment. It was the first time that I had been to the apartment. We didn't have our bed yet. Katie, hi, honey. And the first 2 weeks we were in the apartment, we slept on an air mattress because our bed wasn't here yet. So it was I definitely understand, wanting to sleep in your own bed.
Right. So she probably feels like she's more comfortable.
Yeah, and they're not giving her anything for the COVID, so her throat's killing her. She's coughing her head up. But they won't give you Paxlovid in the hospital because it's an outpatient medication.
Is it?
Yeah. So it's just a shit show for her. So
did you enjoy your night at the show or whatever with the concert?
I did until I collapsed. I did collapse Friday night. We were
or when you got home?
When we were there.
Oh shit.
We were up at the stage, and luckily Alex, my older stepson, he saw me rocking and he went to go grab me. My heart rate jumped to 146 and then I dropped to 55. So I got real shaky and I hit the floor. Luckily Alex was there, Johnny was there. They're all screaming to get Grimm. Yeah, it definitely scared the shit out of Johnny. Jimmy, which is Grimm's ex-wife's new husband, he's screaming for him to get his attention. He gets me over. They get me sat down. I have the staff from the Landis Theater coming to check on me, bringing me water. And Grimm gets the inhaler in me, trying to pump the inhaler in me to try to get me to breathe normally. It was bad.
Yeah, it sounds it. Geez, glad you're okay.
And it's just something that I have to deal with. I'm supposed to go to the cardiologist this week, but for COVID, that's probably going to get pushed back. Are you ready to take back over?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Here's the Grimm mold. Here. Yeah. Luna.
Everyone might hear you poop. I might hear the disgusting sounds.
Deal with my dog.
Deal with your dog?
Deal with my dog.
No. What did you do to my shit? When? As we were talking about.
Did you post the picture of us from Octane?
I don't know if Johnny posted the picture of us from Octane. There's my
Yeah,
cat.
when you guys went live, it looked nice. It looked fun.
It was definitely a good time. No, not yet. Let's see here. What did I miss? Worse than dry mouth. Yeah. Pictures are ready. If you want to explain the process behind these pictures before I bring them up, feel free. She probably up your butt. She senses you're sick. Stress of it.
I really liked that picture.
That is, Shannon was calling it the Gur face because back in the day of 20 years ago, there wasn't a picture of me anywhere without going, growling at somebody when I was out on the road touring. But that was upstairs at the after party.
And look at her hair.
Yeah, she got her
It's
hair
so
done.
pretty.
As I had said, that's done by Greg Tripp at Tripp Like That Hair Studios. If you're interested in your hair getting did.
Getting did. Let me see.
Yeah, because that's the first time in 36 years Shannon had her hair done. But if you want to get your hair did, you can contact me or Shannon, and we can get you in contact with Greg. Greg is really good what he does. Greg is the guitarist, the lead guitarist for Octane, and I've known
So
Greg.
it looks purple. Is it purple? Like a violet color?
It's a purplish color. It was like a darker purple, but there's also she's gonna send Johnny another picture. But there's also a lot of like 3 or 4 colors underneath too.
Oh, so it's like okay.
Before, and he had to bleach her hair. But like I said, he spent 4 hours working on her hair, and it really came out awesome. And
Is
Greg,
he local?
yeah, right over in Cherry Hill. And then his stepdad said, "Let me trim up my beard, because I'm my beard's always been scraggly and everything." So he sat and he trimmed me up and made it all one length and everything. But like I said, it's a good time, and she's doing something for herself, which is something she needs to do.
Absolutely.
And it's, as I had said earlier tonight when I was talking to Johnny, I said normally we do a 2-hour show, but we push things back a little bit just because of food coming in and eating. And once again, thank you. Her name again was Honey from Outback for the food. That was really awesome. Thank you very much. Tonight we may not do the full 2-hour show, but you're feeding the gremlins. You feed the gremlins. As long as they're screaming at you, they're not screaming at
Oh
me.
yeah, that's really pretty. I see it better in the light.
Yeah. And of course, she's got her teeth in at that process too, because our whole situation, which half the time we don't wear our teeth, but you know,
I'm gonna order that.
Oh, that's a beautiful one. I like that one too.
yeah, but that's the hair. It came out, like I said, really amazing.
It's up now.
Yeah, right now it's up because she's been sick, so she really hasn't done much. And it's the same thing. I was like, what am I gonna do with tonight's show? Just because, being sick all week, I'm like, what do I want to work on? What do I want to touch? What don't I want to touch? And I'm like, you know what? We'll just go and we're gonna wing it. But of course, as always, Mr. Nass going blonde soon. Stay tuned.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Oh, not just blonde, Mr. Nass. You need to go like anybody that has seen Scott Pilgrim Save the World, like the vegan blonde in that movie. That's the type of blonde. Like, that's beyond platinum blonde. That's like white blonde.
Yeah.
Mr. Nass is going to go blonde coming soon. Stay tuned.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, me, I haven't cut the hair, haven't cut the beard. I haven't done much of anything. Just because, like I said, it's been that week. Guy Fieri, or however you want to spell it. There you go. Guy Fieri hair. Get the spikes and everything in Mr. Nass's hair. We get that white platinum blonde going.
With the spikes going.
Yep. But other than that, this week, the only other thing, there it is right there.
Yep, that's it.
There you go. You get to that kind of hair. But let's see. I mean, Sunday. The only other thing big this week that happened was every second Saturday in December?
Yes.
No, every second Sunday in December.
Every second Sunday in December.
Every second Sunday in December, Chop does
Or
a
Dr. Koppel.
what? It's every second Sunday of December. Chop does a nationwide or a worldwide candle lighting vigil for children that have gone too soon.
Oh.
The Worldwide Candle Lighting Day.
Worldwide Candle Lighting Day. And with everybody lighting a candle at this time, it actually technically creates a full 24 hours of a candle being lit for children that have gone too early. And we put together, unfortunately, none of us knew we had COVID, and a couple people came over and escaped getting COVID, but we did a little watch party, and AJ and Hope were actually in the lineup of children that were gone too early. So both their names were read. So it was it's definitely something, which again is where we're getting to be close to that time of night, and it's like Dee had opened the night and said, let's talk about mental health. Well, normally we say, let's see, it can be found on Shannon's page if you want to see the reading of the names. There you go. Yeah, Shannon has it on her page. One of the things that I've been pushing lately is I've been pushing a lot to do with mental health. And this has kind of been a big platform for me, probably now for at least going on a month or so now. And it's it's something very, very close to me. And tonight I actually saw something, and it was it's not something I would normally see on TV, and it actually caught me. And it was veterans and they're sitting in a hangar, and somebody asked the question, have you ever helped a veteran? And here are all these veterans saying, yeah, I've helped fellow veterans. And then they turn around and go, have you ever asked for help yourself? And most of them answered, well, I always thought I could fix my own problem, and I thought I could take care of it myself. And that really kind of got me, because as I said, it's for a veteran thing. And one of the things that we've asked Mr. Nass to do, and I don't know if we've got that yet or not, but we've actually asked to get crisis line numbers that we can put up. And if you know somebody that is in a crisis, that needs something, needs the help, needs mental help them get it. It is one of the most things that goes undiagnosed in this country every day. That
Yes, it is.
doctors are missing people. They have mental health issues. And the thing is, everybody automatically, sometimes they sit and consider and they go, well, mental health, these are the people that you see on TV and they got guns and they're shooting up places. Well, yes, that is somebody that is in a need of they are mentally ill, but mental health is such a huge field, because it's not just the person that goes and shoots up a building. There's more than just that. There's anxiety is a mental health issue. Depression is a mental health issue. Just there are so many things that are mental health issues. Bullying becomes a mental health issue towards the person being bullying. Mental health advocate here. Yeah, I can say that I am definitely trying to be an advocate for it, because I suffer from mental health severely. I do. I'm on medications for it. And it's just because of situations that have transpired throughout my life. I just have taken a very, very big toll personally on me. And, I was brought up in a family that Morgan does it as well for the firefighters too. I teach it with the Mercury team at the academy. Yeah, I mean, that is the thing. It's so undiagnosed. There's so many different versions of it. There's
And there's a lot of different levels to it too, that sometimes people don't understand as well.
Yeah, there is. And it's a shame. And I forget how long ago I was talking to somebody about something, and I don't remember what the full situation was, but I turned around and I said, when mental health is done, I have a new challenge for Grimm. Okay. So I had said to this person, there is no wonder why that so many people in the world actually try and take the easy way out, because a lot of times there are people that ask for help and it's not given to them, or help comes too late. And it's really disgusting that you will see things on TV, and this is where I will get backlash, like, this country is in dire need of food and water. And okay, I get it, but let's move out of the desert, people. Shit does not grow in the desert. You've lived in this type of region for hundreds of years. You should know better by now. There is no water here. But to turn around and for somebody that is calling in and going, I need to speak with somebody, they shouldn't have to leave a message and wait for days.
That's right.
get a phone call back going, oh, hi, I'm calling to speak with so and so. Oh, I'm sorry. They decided to hang themselves 2 days ago. You're too late. You know, suicide is higher than LODD since 2017 and been rising since.
Yeah, it has been.
2 hours and now it's a full night. It's so important. The world is so behind on what it means and how to ask for help. And that is true. And with my upbringing, the way I was brought up, you know, you just kind of bottled stuff. So for years, I've been bottling stuff. And I've had my therapist tell me, he goes, you know, at points, you're a ticking time bomb. And now, I mean, can I say that I'm better? Ask for my permission to talk about the fire and the kids at his house. Yeah, that was the other thing. We talked to one of the firefighters who actually got the kids and Shannon out, and it was a lot to process. And it's like I said, you know, if you know somebody who needs help, talk to them. Look, go with them. It doesn't hurt for somebody to be there that they know and trust, because a lot of times they're scared to ask for help because they feel that judgment is going to be passed against them.
Yeah, I think that's all the time with people. I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest issue.
Oh, you're telling me that you need mental help, so obviously you're some kind of sicko, and it's not like that. Look, you know, go with them, support them, show them that you're there with them. Be there for that open phone call. Hey, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry I'm calling you, but okay, well, I'm glad you called me, then decided to take the other route. All right,
That's
so,
definitely
you know,
right.
what's on your mind? And, you know, maybe you're going to sit and talk to them for a couple of hours. And granted, the next day you're going to be tired and you're going to be sore. But guess what? You talk that person off the ledge from doing something that could be non-returnable from.
Right. Just like Johnny just said, my phone is always on for people. I say that all the time. Mine is as well.
That's what I said. I mean, my phone is able to be rung 24/7. I mean, usually I hear my phone. Shannon may not hear her phone because I usually have to tell her in the morning, babe, turn off your alarm or I'm going to throw your phone. But, you know, there's many ways, and there's a lot of people out here that'll listen. Look, I'm not hard to find, and maybe a lot of you don't know, but how would they go about finding that, babe? How do they go about finding the new TikTok?
Finding what?
TikTok.
That's Johnny.
Didn't she put a link or something on her thing when she did that?
Yeah, I don't know a lot about it, but there is ways that you can reach me even further now besides the phone number. Look, if you need to mentally talk during the show, we can sit and talk. And again, I don't have to tell anybody who you are. I can mute it and find out exactly who it is, and we can sit and we can talk. And, you know, we can do that during the show. You can email me and I will get to it and I will answer you back. Or, you know, Shannon will make sure that I answer you back. And the same thing, you know, now have my own TikTok stream. You can find me there, message me there. You can find me on Facebook. It's not that hard to find me on Facebook. But somebody is there and we will all be there for you. You know, people, and the thing that everybody needs to look at is everybody needs to realize that we're not all alone. No matter how you look at it, we're all together in this world, one way or another. We're all standing on the same piece of ground. We're all breathing the same air. You know, there's just too much in this world, and there's too many things that just aren't right.
Right.
You can message us all at Facebook show, the Basement Show with Mr. Nast as well. How many times have I called? Oh, mainly to bitch about Grimm or the dogs. I'll always be here for you, Shen. Me,
Oh,
I'm here for everybody else but Shen.
it's so horrible.
Well, that's okay. We decided that since COVID, we started the Cool Kids Club. And Damon's still not allowed to join the Cool Kids, even though he got COVID. So that's it. Yeah. Just because he's an asshat. I'm the president of the Cool Kids Club at the COVID Club. Yeah, I am Reverend Grimm, the host with the most COVID. Yeah, and it was kind of like today. Like I said, I was like, really, what am I going to go with? Because I'm like, it's been a month, but then again, I haven't felt the greatest this week. Let me try and put something together, and then I'm like, yeah, no, I need to go take a nap.
Yeah, it's been a rough week for me too.
Yeah, and unfortunately with that whole mental thing as well and everything, it's only going to get tougher because we all know what next week is. Next week's the final week before Christmas. And
Yeah, are you gonna do a show that day?
we will probably do a show the Friday before Christmas. We're working on different things, but we will probably do a show next Friday, which will be better. As I said, this week it was kind of like, all right,
Just a wing it.
yeah, I'm just gonna throw whatever I can into the shit show, and we will get what we can get.
And then, of course, you had to hop on here because you haven't been on for 2 weeks and everybody missed your sexy face. So, you had to at least pop in and say hi to the viewers.
That is true. No, we had to come back, and last night, like I said, the girls were just. Next Friday, Grimm will do the Moo Moo Challenge.
What is the Moo Moo Challenge?
I don't know what the Moo Moo Challenge is, but all I know is I'm getting told I'm going to do. That's right. Johnny was Santa Claus and DoorDash earlier.
Wait, Johnny, you was dressed up as Santa Claus doing DoorDash?
No, he came here earlier today and did a run and picked some stuff up for us. And then he went and picked up our food and came and dropped off our food for us tonight.
Oh, that was sweet.
You hate me, Shen? Morgan says you hate her.
Mute yourself.
Are you dressing up as a cow next week? What the hell is that? Is that a
Some
nightgown?
people think it's weird that I'm starting to rock moo-moos.
Wait, my girlfriend's got a moo-moo. Hold on.
No, this should be comfortable. God damn. I feel so pretty.
Oh my God.
I wear this all the time.
Moo train? Hold on, my girl got one too. Hold on, I'm messing with this.
That's what I thought, Morgan. A
I'm
nightgown.
a little sexy.
What grannies wear.
Feeling a little sexy. I want to get in the bed and hold on now. We're gonna sing. Come here. Ain't that what y'all do? Come here.
Some people think it's weird that
That is too funny.
So, Grimm's going to do the Moo Moo Challenge.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
Oh, it's going to get bad because there's something on underneath that moo.
You're crazy.
Well, I just muted Grimm, so I will find Grimm a moo with palm trees.
Palm
Morgan,
tree?
we will do that just for you. He will have a palm tree moo even if I have to find it online. I will find Grimm a palm
You know
tree
what a
moo
moo is?
Morgan,
Like
I
a
don't hate
nightgown.
you. Shut the fuck up. You know I love you. We've talked
A
multiple
granny
times
nightgown
today,
with Nan wears?
but I don't want you getting sick. All right, I'm going to
gotta put
unmute
one
the
on.
Grimm.
So he's got to wear this nightgown.
You better hope the fuck that I'm not wearing something like a Borat bikini underneath of it. You know what the Borat bikini is, right? Did you ever see the movie Borat?
Wait, no, but I know what a bikini is.
Yep, banana hammock all the way, but it's actually pulled up to your shoulders.
Wait, is that the one that's like the with
Like a
the
slingshot? Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've seen them on a couple movies.
I will be wearing that shit underneath.
With the thing up your butt and everything.
Damn Skippy.
Oh,
It'll sound like a banjo. It'll sound like a banjo every time I cut one. Ding, 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 ding. I pull that off. He's playing Jackass Party Boy all night. How did you get out of the crate?
You guys have any plans for New Year's?
Nothing I'm planning on. Johnny needs to check his messages. No, Johnny's just got to go because
That looks comfortable.
Think about it. It's all open in the bottom so your balls can swing and get some air up there. You know, just get some like air conditioning up there.
Are you supposed to wear this inside or outside?
I wear that shit outside. Socks on.
You won't go outside and fucking show your legs
I go out in shorts. I do not go out in sweatpants.
with your long socks.
What?
Yeah, it does look like a Moo prison outfit.
I wear my long socks with shorts. I don't care.
All right, can I get to the next picture?
A second picture.
Uh-huh. No, not that one. I sent you a second link.
Second link.
Johnny probably died.
There you go.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Sexy thong.
Man thong. Yep.
And what are them things called that guys wear summertime? What are they? Speedos, right?
Yeah. There's Speedos. Yeah, no. Yeah. The hat is a nice touch. Ron says with a thong. Morgan says, oh God, no. Morgan, you started this whole banana hammock thing back almost 8 months ago. Morgan opened the door for banana hammock. That's like a bad porn music.
That's the perfect dance to wear with something like that. The perfect dance.
Well, it's like the new underwear that I've seen on TV. There's a pocket for your balls.
What the heck?
Yeah, you put your balls in the hammock. And I'm like, don't know how I would feel about them kind of being in a separate area because, you know, all these years you're kind of used to your nuts, you know, right there with you. And now they're in like, you know how women's underwear have that hidden pocket inside of them?
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hidden pocket where you put your nuts.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I never seen nothing like that.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's
a tent for your balls. You found me a perfect moo-moo.
Uh-huh.
How is this that I got? I am Batman.
Oh, that's a cute one.
But I need the mask to go with it.
And then you gotta get them little wing things to run around. And run around the house with it on.
What, babe?
We'll dress Freya up as Robin.
Dress Freya up as Robin. Yeah. I see how we're all planning against Grimm. just remember something, Mr. Nast. Just remember something, Mr. Nast and Shannon and anybody else on this little escapade. Just remember, the Grimm is starting to get better day by day, which means it's only going to get worse for the rest of you.
And you know how Grimm's mind works. He comes up with the most craziest shit.
Yeah, like, think about it. I already told Damon because he laughed at me because I had COVID. I hope he get a fucking flu shot through his testicle.
Oh, that gotta hurt.
Well, I don't know what's worse, getting a flu shot through your testicle or your asshole falling out and you tripping on it.
I don't.
And I think.
Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you? Speaking of like shots and stuff hurting down there, you know how some men get that piercing? What is it called? The Prince Albert?
Prince Albert. Mm-hmm.
Would you ever get that? You think that hurts?
I don't know. I don't think I would do that. I mean, I thought about the nipple before. I thought about a tongue ring before.
I heard the nipple hurts.
Nipple, if it's not done right, will hurt. Yeah, because you got to get behind the nerve.
Yeah, I heard them shits hurt.
Below the nerve because the guys will clip it and go right through the nerve. And that just fucks the whole thing up.
Ooh.
So you got to get behind the nerve. And it's actually more so common in women that it gets fucked up than it is for a man. And women will end up losing sensation of the
That's
nipple.
what I was about to ask you. You probably lose like the feeling. Because I thought about getting the downstairs done. And then people told me that sometimes you lose feeling down there. And I'm like, I'm not beat to lose feeling down there.
That depends. You got to get somebody that's really good. Like, you got to know, if you're getting that shit done, you got to know they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
One tea down.
Lots of water.
Yeah, water.
I'm almost out of cases of water. Like, I've killed a case of water. Have to go out tomorrow.
I'm guilty by association. I blame the missus. You wrote that?
No, Johnny's guilty by association. Johnny's saying he just takes guilt by association. He's blaming you.
You know you could rock them. You rock. Hell, you wore my bra.
That is true. I wore your bra.
You wore a bra.
Yeah, I put your bra on. I mean, they make good earmuffs.
You guys gotta send me a picture of this.
I've also wore your underwear on my head too. They make great wrestling masks.
The kids, that was fun until they realized what it was, and then it wasn't.
Look, thongs are better because it's easier. It goes between the eyes easier. Yeah, that bottle's about going. And I just took the medicine at 10 o'clock.
Oh, so you're going to be down in the water like crazy.
Oh, yeah. That is my biggest thing. Like, I just drank half a bottle. And it doesn't feel like I've had anything to drink. And it leaves a metal taste in your mouth. So it's cigarettes have tasted like shit. Food has tasted like shit.
So you still have your taste and smell?
Yes, which I was really surprised about because not that long ago we went to the Brady's Botanicals where I go and I get all my flour. And they have 3 new strains. And I bought 3 new strains. We put them in the cabinet, and anytime you go near the cabinet, you can actually smell it through the cabinet. So when you open the cabinet, you instantly start getting high. One is called Green Crack, which is daytime, which Roger told me, he goes, Alan definitely, Grimm definitely needs this. Then we got Garlic Truffle, which is for nighttime use. And then the third one I got is called Ghost Vape. And it actually tastes like a, like a very hoppy beer. And yeah, so I go near the cabinet and I'm like, well, I know I can still smell things. Why? I said, because I'm half shot in the ass just sniffing it.
The hell cabinet.
The what?
Johnny called it the hell cabinet.
The hell cabinet. Yes, Johnny could tell you how strong it was. Like you can smell it across the kitchen when we open the cabinet.
It was that strong?
Pants if we get you in a mumu.
Yes. Morgan said what?
Gonna pee your pants if we get you in a mumu.
If I get in a mumu, she's gonna pee her pants.
Yeah, I gotta see this moo. This is gonna be hilarious.
If I am going to be in the mumu, and she is going to pee her pants, we actually need proof of such said pee pants.
I think we need to get Johnny, Kev,
Yeah.
and you all in a mumu.
Me, Johnny, and Kevin all in the mumu.
3 Musketeers.
Let me guess. Next, you're going to say something about sword fighting.
No, but I mean, we can't say we've already gotten him in women's clothes.
Yeah, Damon's already worn women's clothes, so I mean,
Damn, you have the camera on now.
it's all good if he's in the camera. I have to, Shannon, don't forget. Johnny's saying he has too.
You guys doing anything tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
I gotta make a run to the store. Other than that, my COVID day is supposed to be done on Monday.
Oh, that's right. You guys still got a quarantine and can't be around people, right?
Supposedly for 5 days. And supposedly my last day is this Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It sucks, but unfortunately we gotta go and get a few things tomorrow. So
The dog.
yeah, the dogs need to eat.
Johnny said being a girl for Halloween sucks when you're a guy, LOL.
Never did that one.
I think Johnny had the picture of him as a girl. He posted that not too long ago. I think I seen a picture of him dressed up for Halloween as a girl. He was a little cutie pie.
There you go. I gotta check my phone too. And I'll tell you too, not yet. Jackie.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
What you said earlier.
I said a lot. Hold on. I was smoking too, so let me think.
When we were on the phone,
Oh.
I haven't gotten yet. Just letting you know in case you did. I haven't gotten them yet.
Hey,
Gotcha.
hon,
Yes.
I just got a suggestion
A suggestion? What suggestion did you get?
that we should move back to Shade and let you run for council.
Oh my God. I don't know if that would be political or not. So who just made that suggestion?
I need to keep that enough.
You need to keep this anonymous. So that means it came through on your phone because I don't see it. But somebody just said that I need to move back to Maple Shade and run for town council.
I'm sure you would get a lot of votes.
How about Grimm for mayor?
Oh my God.
There you go. Reverend Grimm, fucking Maple Shade mayor. Can we get... No, go fuck yourself. Goodbye.
Could you see him in the...
I asked you, does it cost money? Yeah, then no, you can't have it. Get the fuck out.
Where's Morgan? I need Morgan.
Grimm for mayor. Oh my God.
Bill said he'd vote for you.
Yeah, there you go. I got one vote. Well, one thing I can tell you, honestly, I can tell you, and one thing we do not talk is politics or religion, which is really kind of fucked up because I'm a reverend And every time I turn around and go, Rev Grimm, it's kind of like we're talking about religion. But that's beside the point. In the books, every year, for when they elect a president, Reverend Grimm has at least one vote because I write it in every fucking year.
Didn't you say that when the ballots come out, you put your name down?
Yep, I put Reverend Grimm on there. So in the books, every year, I have one fucking vote at least in the presidency. You want to talk about going down in history? I am working every way that I will live forever.
Your legacy will live on.
It's true. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is getting close to be that time of night where the Rev will turn into a pumpkin again. Speaking of pumpkins, our pumpkin is still out on our front porch, which we now are going to finally carve up and do what the kids would want us to do, and we're going to take it to the woods for the little animals and critters to eat. We made the deal. On Halloween night, we took those little battery tea light candles and we put them in 4 mason jars and we lit them around the pumpkin. And we let it go. And then we said, okay, after a certain point, we will take the pumpkin, we will cut it up. That's what the kids would want to feed the animals. That's how they work. And then we decided that when the batteries in the LEDs finally died and the lights were out, we would cut the pumpkin up. Well, I think the little tiniest flicker finally just went out the other day. So for over a month, these tea lights have been burning 24/7 outside all day and all night. And now it's time to cut the pumpkin up and put the pumpkin out in with, the woods with all the animals. I'm watching this now. I want my eggnog, and I'm sure that's probably not good to drink with COVID. Yeah, but it's like milk.
Eggnog is so nasty.
Well, guess what?
What?
The girls got approved for their ambassadorship.
What girls got approved for their ambassadorship?
Dogs.
The dogs got approved for their ambassadorship. For what?
Bite tag.
For bite tag.
They have their own promo code. Look.
They have their own promo code. Well, why the fuck can I not get my own promo code?
For what? Butt plugs?
Butt plugs. Speaking of which, keep an eye. Grimm store coming very, very soon. Keyword, is it coming or is it sperming? I mean, we had to get that in there somewhere.
Come on, kitty.
I like kitties.
Yeah, this one he's a big boy. You want to see him? Come here.
And the website too. It's a kitty.
Say hi, Bubby.
Kitty.
Whew.
Yes, I like the kitty. I like pink kitties, but I also like pink tacos too. Just a twisted grin. Yes, and the website will be coming too, but that is something that we will let people know more about as it's coming. That's probably going to be after the beginning of the year. Again, I've been officially nominated to run for mayor. So, Bill, you need to find out when the mayor will be out of office, and I can run because remember, it's a job. I don't technically have to live in town. I do not have to live where I work. Try that one on for size. But again, ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time of night. I thank you all for joining us. Sorry, the show was not what you normally expect, but we will be back to full operation next week because of COVID should be gone door, and we can see what kind of trouble we can stir up next week because there's always an adventure that be had in the kingdom of Grimm. Jackie, thank you again for joining me as usual tonight.
No problem.
And I hope you guys are doing well and that you are feeling better, because I know you've had the run from hell lately.
Yeah, it's been a rough week. So next week I'll definitely be more on point.
You know
This
what?
week is a little off for me.
Yeah, and that's, yeah, like I said, the day I heard COVID, I went, okay, what do I do?
Yeah, but I think next week we'll be up and ready, running a little better.
Yeah, but
The thoughts of you running for council.
the thoughts of me running for council. Bill, you are now giving Shannon nightmares. What? Think about it.
Oh, no, me and Morgan are talking about it.
Oh, God.
It's going to be you and Jen.
Me and Jen. Here you go.
Well, Jen is the responsible one. You are not responsible.
How am I not responsible?
Really?
You're not responsible.
Really? That's bullshit.
I'm waiting for the bullshit button in the back.
Bullshit?
There goes
Bullshit? Bullshit.
bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit?
Oh, and I just downloaded you a virtual Batman coloring book.
You downloaded me a coloring book.
Yeah.
Yes, because Grandma used to always buy me coloring books when I was sick, and you didn't buy me a coloring book the other night.
Motherfucker. You have a whole box of crayons that has not been opened.
Don't drop the box of crayons. You're going to break them. They need to stay pristine condition.
And colored pencil.
What was that?
Now I'm getting yelled at.
Pencil.
No, one of them's yours.
You have 2 coloring books.
Wait, they're his coloring books?
You sure these 2 are mine? Sugar Skulls and Animal Ink. Yeah, I do have coloring books, and I've got pencils
And a hellhound.
and more pencils
And a hellhound.
and lots of crayons. And $300 worth of Sharpie fine line art markers
And a hellhound.
and a hellhound.
Everybody wants to see it.
The Freya puppy. It isn't so much of a puppy anymore.
Oops, no.
Remember when you last saw her? I think she was.
When I last saw her, what?
When you last saw Freya, how big Freya was when we
Oh,
stopped.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll add probably about another 20 pounds to that.
She gained more weight?
Yeah. She is. What are you going to try and do? Oh, Shannon's going to try and bribe her to come up. Oh, God. Yeah, she's about 90 pounds now. Here,
Oh,
Freya.
wow.
Come here. There we go.
No, you can't. She's not going to say.
Oh, wow. Look at her. She's getting big.
Yeah, she's about 90 pounds. And she's only 8 months. She'll be 9 months on the 3rd.
Tell
Oh.
Shannon no more putting her in the bathtub.
Yeah, no more putting her in the bathtub.
No, that's Damon's work.
No, mm-mm.
My Lulu little.
Lulu puppy.
My Lulu.
Ew. Slobber. Look at your face. You look like Cujo. Oh my God.
Hi. Oh, honey, you've been fun.
Does Shannon want some cheese with that wine?
What's that?
Mr. Nast. My goofy puppy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have hit our 2-hour mark. We did it. Again, everybody, thank you for taking your time on Friday night to spend with us. And we enjoyed having you with us. And again, thank you, because this would not be possible without any of you watching out there. Great show. Thank you, Bill. Wasn't bad. Definitely could have been better, but you know, as I said, next week we'll be back in line. But also, you know, look for the Reverend on TikTok, You got the phone number here during the hours of call. There's the email page. You can find me on Facebook. All you guys know how to find me. Tuesday nights, make sure you're there with Mr. Nast and Mr. Ron for, I'm looking up when you can take over Maple Shade. We are, Tuesday nights is Sports Roundup with Johnny and Ron. So, all kinds of stuff on there, and, all sports, Thursday nights should be back in the swing next week. That's Miss D and Shen on Ladies Night.
Provided we're all over COVID and not dying.
They should all be over COVID by that point and not dying. So that should be up and running. And that's at 9 o'clock. And then, of course, again, me and lovely Miss Jackie on Friday nights, cleaning up the week. Looking forward to make all of you guys' weekend maybe a little bit better with a couple ha-has and a hee-hee here and there. So until next week, Miss Jackie, you have anything to say?
No, not really. Just thank you everybody for tuning in, and let us get back feeling better, back to ourselves. And I think I got a couple ideas I'm gonna send you for Friday.
Awesome.
I think it'll be a spark.
Ah, spark. Current term for current mayor is December 31st, 2026. Okay, well, we can overturn that.
All right, so by 2026, you have to go back to Maple Shade.
Yeah, by 2026, they're going to move back to Maple Shade.
I got to call Dave.
So, again, everybody, thank you. Again, if you need the help, get the help. Mental health is everything. Ask for a buddy to help you. We're all here. I'm here. Everybody's here. And that's killing me right there. And then let's see. No, I got sidetracked. Again, with the mental health, we're all here. Pick up the phone, reach out to us. Doesn't matter when. We will always be here. And again, don't take any shit from anybody. And if you have to walk through hell, walk through like you own it. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll catch you next week at 9.
See you later.
Every broken enemy will know that there are bullets that can be invincible. Take a last look around, while you're alive, and indestructible, master of war. Another reason, another cause for me to fight, another fuse uncovered now for me to light. My dedication to one the lost one.